Hello everyone, in today's video we are going to talk about trigonometric functions. The trigonometric functions we'll be looking at sine, cosine, and tangent. What is trigonometry? Trigonometry is concerned with the connection between the sides and angles in any right-angled triangle. The trigonometric functions are the following: sine, cosine, and tangent. As you can see, the symbol for sine is sin, the symbol for cosine is cos, and the symbol for tangent is tan. Sine is pronounced as sine. Cosine is pronounced as cosine. Tangent is pronounced as tangent. The Greek letter theta is pronounced as theta. It represents an unknown angle. Now let us have the different ratios for the three trigonometric functions. So referring to our theta, to find sine, it is equal to the opposite leg over hypotenuse. And then to find cosine, it is adjacent leg over hypotenuse. Then to find tangent, tangent is equal to the opposite leg over adjacent leg. So it is very important that you know these ratios so that you can solve properly later on. We need a way to remember all of these ratios. How? Let us see. So to remember those trigonometric ratios, we have some old hippie came a happen to our apartment. So we have the SOHCAHTOA. And what is SOHCAHTOA? SOHCAHTOA stands for sine is equal to opposite over hypotenuse, cosine equal to adjacent over hypotenuse, tangent is equal to opposite over adjacent. So take a look at the letters in the beginning. So the SO, the KA, and TOA. So that you can remember how to solve for your sine, your cosine, and tangent. So finding sine, cosine, and tangent is just like writing a ratio or decimal. So let us find the sine, the cosine, and the tangent of angle A. Give a fraction and decimal answer, round to 4 decimal places. So in here, we need to use the calculator. So the first step is to identify where is the angle. So let us have this one. So shrink ourselves down and stand where the angle is. And then next, we are going to identify our ratios. So sine A is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. So the opposite side is 9 and the hypotenuse is 10.8. Using the calculator, it is approximately equal to 0.8333. Now let us have cosine A, which is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. And the adjacent side is 6 and the hypotenuse is 10.8. Using the calculator, it is approximately equal to 0.5556. Now let us have tangent A, which is equal to opposite over adjacent, the TOA. The opposite side, of course, is 9 and the adjacent side is 6. Using the calculator, it is approximately equal to 1.5. So that is the first example. Now let us have the second one. Let us find the sine, the cosine, and the tangent of angle A. So give a fraction and decimal answer, round to 4 decimal places. So in here, we are going to label the angle first. So we are going to shrink ourselves at angle A. And then we figure out the ratios. So sine is equal to opposite over hypotenuse, the so the opposite side is 8.2 and the hypotenuse is 24.5. Using the calculator, it is approximately equal to 0.3347. And then cosine A, which is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. So our adjacent side is 23.1 over our hypotenuse, which is 24.5. Using the calculator, it is approximately equal to 0.9429. And then tangent A is equal to opposite over adjacent. Opposite side is 8.2 over the adjacent side 23.1. Using the calculator, it is approximately equal to 3.550. Now, let us find a side. So figuring out which ratio to use and getting the use a trigonometric button. So let us have example number 1. Figure out which ratio to use, find x, round to the nearest tenths. So we are going to find side x. In here, we are going to figure out what trigonometric ratio we are going to use. Is it sine, cosine, or tangent? So in here, shrink yourself down and stand where the angle is. So first, we are going to label our angle, and then in here we can see that we are going to use tangent because it is opposite over adjacent side. So tan 55 is equal to x over 20. So that we can solve for x, we are going to cross multiply. So we have 20 tangent 55 equals x. Using the calculator, press 20, then tan, then 55. So in your calculator, x is approximately equal to 28.6 meters. Example number 2, find the missing side. Round to the nearest tenths. In here, first we are going to label where the angle is. And then, looking at the right triangle, we can deduce that we need to use tangent. So tangent 72 equals 80 over x because it is opposite over adjacent side. So from here, we are going to cross multiply, and then to solve for x, we are going to divide both sides by tangent 72. Using the calculator, press 80, then the division symbol. So 80 divided by tan 72 equal sine in your calculator. So it is approximately equal to 26 feet. Now let us have another one. Example number 3. Find the missing side, round to the nearest tenths. So in here, the first thing we are going to do, we are going to shrink ourselves down and stand where the angle is. So in here, label your angle, and then take a look at the right triangle. So choose, is it sine, tangent, or cosine? So as we figure it out, it is sine that we are going to use. So in here, sine 24 is equal to your opposite side, which is x, over your hypotenuse, which is 283. Solving for x, we are going to cross multiply. So 283 times sine 24 equals x. Using your calculator, just press 283, then times sine 24. So x is approximately equal to 115.1 meters. Now let us have example number 4. We are going to find the missing side, and we are going to round it to the nearest tenths. So first, we are going to label our angle, and then choose from the 3 trigonometric functions. Is it sine, cosine, or tangent? So from here, we can say that we are going to use cosine. So cosine 40 is equal to adjacent side, which is x, over the hypotenuse, which is 20. Solving for x, we are going to cross multiply, so we will be getting 20 times cosine 40. In your calculator, you just need to click or press 20, then cosine 40. So x is approximately equal to 15.3 feet. So this time, we are going to find an angle. So we are going to use the shape and then sine, cosine, tangent button at the same time. So let us have example number 1. Find theta. So round to 4 decimal places. So in here, before we are going to compute, make sure that your calculator is in degree mode. So at the top of your calculator, there is a word deg. So it should be deg, not rad. So in here, first we are going to figure out what trigonometric function we are going to use. So first we are going to label our angle, and then we are going to figure out which trigonometric ratio we are going to use. So from here, we can say that we can use tangent. So tangent theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. So 17.2 over or divided by 9. In your calculator, you are going to press shift tan 7.2 then divided by 9. So the answer is theta is approximately equal to 62.3789 degrees. Now let us have example number 2. So find theta and round to 3 decimal places. So in here, first we are going to label our theta, and then looking at the right triangle, we can deduce that we are going to use cosine. So cosine theta is equal to adjacent 7 over your hypotenuse 23. In your calculator, you are going to press shift cosine 7 divided by 23. Then you will be getting theta is approximately equal to 72.281 degrees. Okay, let us have the last example. So we are going to find theta and round to 3 decimal places. So in here, first we are going to label our theta, and then looking at the right triangle, we can deduce that we are going to use sine. So sine theta is equal to 200 over 400. In here, you can cancel your zeros already, and then sine theta is equal to 1/2. We already know that it is equal to 30 degrees, but using the calculator, so that to counter check whether our answer is correct, or to double check I should say. So in your calculator, press shift sine 200 divided by 400, and our answer is equal to 30 degrees. So for the conclusion, using the calculator when we are trying to find a side, we use sine, cosine, or tangent. And when we are trying to find an angle, we use sine to the -1, cosine to the -1, or tangent to the -1, the calculator. So that's it for now. Thank you for watching. See you again next time. Bye!